Okay, welcome back to our program here on Inside Bicol. And tonight our guest is Mr. Tato Mendoza, the operator of the bus terminal here in Naga. We have discussed earlier a lot of issues. So siguro to, what was the original, ano ang nadaw mo original plan actually nagigibuhon after kang expiration of the contract? What was the possible scheme na pwedeng pigpaplano kang city based duman
Well,
sa
as I have mentioned earlier, Fred, mayo man sindang pigsabing scheme based on the justification of the extension that there will be a bidding.
Okay.
Mayo man iba.
Okay.
And duman sa pig-propose nindang schedules, yaw na duman na itong mga dates kang committee hearing, kang si mga bidding, yaw na duman, opening of bids, yaw na duman. Na kung nadagos nga nito, at this time siguro, tapos na si bidding.
Okay. So because ako rin I heard lang that there was a plan to invite investors to submit a proposal, and based on the proposals they will come up with a model which can now be used in conducting a bidding. Pero garo dito na dagos, garo ko duwa lang ang nagpadara, and from the feedback I got, garo letter of intent lang. There was this from garo LCC, and another one is from a bus terminal in Legazpi, and I understand there were verbal interest made by SM, no? But it appears that the garo dito nag-materialize. So that's probably the reason given na kay puan pag-adalan na, but ang tatingin mo short na ang time bidding at this time
Well, if they prepared for the bid, aram mo yan, they have to advertise. May period bagaya na bago ka mapabid, may period na dapat nag-advertise ka. And then pagkatapos ka itong advertisement mong ito, that is now the time you accept prospective bidders. Ini-screen yan kung pwede ka. Depende yan doon sa criteria that they will create on who can operate the terminal. So, itong dapat na to, may step by step yan, and may mga time period to. So, kung ngunyan ninda yung gigibuho na, dahil ninda ginibukan to, dahil talaga ninda maibibid mo niya na December na matatapos. So, ang sa kuya dyan, kung dahil ninda matatapos, dapat i-extend ninda kiraray si period kam operation ko bago itong ma-take over sinda. Because under the law, I think they know that I already have vested interest to protect. I've been an operator of this place for almost 14 years, 15, garo. So, ako naman subasubang investment ko dyan, and ang tao ko na dyan na kwarta sa siyudad, it's more than 150 million.
150
Nete.
million
Yes,
ang naikuan mo
neto.
dyan,
That's
And
on record.
Magkano ang sa tingin mong cost ng construction dyan?
I think it was 40 million.
40 million.
Aloy ng bayad yan kan siyudad. So, dahil na sinda dapat dyan magparaisip na makita pa.
I see.
Bawi na nga ni ninda.
Okay,
And
so,
among the terminals na nag-operate sa Naga, iling sinda, sa Bicol, Naga, arin ang buhay, Naga man lang. Kaya dahil ninda pagsabihon na ang pagpadalagan ko inutil.
but all of this, before the city can take any action, it will need approval sa sanggunian.
I think so. Because igbabaga kita kaya baga na ang sanggunian is the policy maker, and then the executive is the implementer.
Okay.
How could they implement something na
Okay.
mayo pang policy?
Now, do you see any possibility na pending the approval of the sanggunian, because I'm sure that the sanggunian, magkakaiba man yan ng mga public hearing to really determine kung what is the best option for the city, no? And it's already November. Do you see any possibility to na before the end of the year na itong extension sa AMO, that if the sanggunian is not really able to come up with this decision, that a possibility na mag-extend ulit ang kontrata?
I do not know, honestly, Fred. But I believe the Sangguniang are knowledgeable people. There are lawyers there. Araman ninda yan kung anong tama. Ang sa kuya lang na pigahagad is, sabi nga ni Ninda, they wanted to level the playing field. So be it. I'm willing to participate in the bidding. I think that is also my right. So, yun man lang yan. And sa kuya nga ni Fred, kung talaga nga po ninda sa ko, as I mentioned earlier, duman sa ibang nag-interview sa ko radio station, tugutan lugod ninda ko, magkagman sa diri ko.
I see. Okay.
Oh, then in the pagbawalan, monopoly na sinda.
What should be the role of the city as far as business operation? Ano ang pagmapi mo to na ideal role kang sarong syudad?
Well, ang role kan sa rong syudad, like the national government, they only go into business if the service is needed by the public. And no private entity is willing to go into it because probably they don't have the capital to do it, they don't have the capacity to do it, or simply, dahil hindi kaya. So the city is supposed to do that, but not for profit. Malinaw yan. It's because ang LGU is not there to compete with private individual.
Okay.
Now, I heard nga ini yung Coliseo, pigabalak ninda, ilaag dyan ang van terminal, na yao na nga ni Garo. And then operated by the city again. Ano mayo bang nag-a-apply na gustong mag-operate kang van? Ang aram ko igwa, si Major Idjan, kanto si Pilayo, na pinahali nga ni Garo ninda, o tapigkarasuan ninda. Now the city will take over. Anong justification in that? Just to make money? That's not the function of the local government.
Pero sabi man, gano, mas gusto da kang mga van operator, pero mas maayos nga ang padalagan.
No. The city should regulate it. They should not engage in it. They should regulate because that's the function of the city. They make the rules, they implement the rules, they regulate it.
Okay. So,
bagotong sinda ng mapadalagan.
although pig-mention man na is just an interim period.
Well, yung interim kaya, well, even duman sa ordinansang existing nun yan, even the interim is not mentioned.
So ordinance siya. There is no such thing as interim. Because
No.
when we had discussion, I asked that whether there's any timeline for that, and they have also mentioned that it is just going to be an interim period for them to make some study so that they can now come up with a good model and also the right rates.
Well, they already asked that by asking the extension from July, August, September, October, November, December. They had 6 months to do that. Ano ta din yung ginibo? Kung talagang seryoso sinda kadto, naadala niya. With 6 months.
Ano ang mga possible effect kayo sa business community with this kind of developments? Like, some I think are interested to put up also mga car companies here. Ano ang kwento?
Well, bako na lang sa sasabihin ko, nahihiling mga tao. Ang Toyota, ang Honda nasa pili na. Ang Kalib na nag-aarkila sa kuya, malipat man, pili. So, diyan lang maraman na ninda what kind of business atmosphere they are doing for Naga.
Well, Naga is supposed to be a friendly city, di ba? Awardee ang Naga.
Dapat. Haputon ninda, ano taharabu sa Naga yan? Abo ko na kayong magparataram kayang Freda, karo mandata man. Pero sindaram ninda yan eh. If you are the mayor, you ask, bakit ba ayaw nyo dito? Ano ba pwede kong gawin para sa inyo to stay in Naga?
Okay. So, given the situation right now that there is this plan, although sabi ta nga ni, your contract is still up to December 31, but there is a plan now to take over and then have an interim management, no, to be done by the city And at this time, they are now preparing for that eventuality, but at the same time looking also forward for the possible action by the city council. Because I understand they also recognize that whatever they will be doing, it will need the approval of the city council. So, on your part to, ano ang recommendation, suggestion mo ba na dapat mag-nagibuko?
Well, sunodon lang ninda si original plan ninda because the original plan was very good. It was for the purpose to have a substantial bidder.
So you don't have any, you don't question the plan na magkaigwaning model and then magkaigwaning bidding of which everybody will be participants including you don't question that?
No.
My question.
Ang pagka-question ko, itong ma-take over sila.
Okay.
I don't think legally they have that right.
Now, you were mentioning earlier that these are options, no, para bang some fallback position, as some people say that you would also like to be given the opportunity, if ever na you will not be the one who will operate it, to put up your own another bus station. First question is that, is it justifiable na magkaigwaning another bus terminal digdi sa Naga?
Well, primero nga sinabi ninda na nasa tinampo na nakaparada si mga bus.
Okay.
So obviously, sa space lang kulang na. No. And panduwa tabi dyan, friend. I am a private owner kan sarong commercial lot. Why would they hinder me to develop my property? Kung ako may daga, ano man ako takaypuan akong magbayad 1.3 million sa syudad, na itong daga ko, kung i-develop ko, dahil man ako duman mabayad. I think that's my right. That's my constitutional right.
But sabi nila, iba yung mag-operating bus terminal, it will need a franchise from the local government.
That is no longer true.
Mm.
Kadto kaya kang ginibo ninda yan, na inopose nga ni baga kang jackliner or jamliner versus Lucena Grand Terminal. It was declared by an in-bank decision kang Supreme Court na itong ginibong ordinansa kang Lucena is unconstitutional.
Mm.
So now if you will pass through Lucena, mahiling mo niyan ang mga bus company, naraw na sa luwas, sa gilid kang highway, yaw na may sadiri na sindan duman. Tang sinabi duman sa Supreme Court decision, ang pwedeng gibuhong kang syudad, mag-regulate kung nakaka-traffic ngayon, ayusin ang traffic, but not to prevent private ownership to exercise their constitutional rights. Yan ang sinabi kang Supreme Court.
So,
I do not know if kung mas powerful ang city kesa sa Supreme Court.
ang sabi kang iba, pwede kang maglaag, pero garage lang. But they pwedeng
Terminal.
Terminal.
Itong pig-anuhan kang Lucena, terminal. It's not a garage, it's a terminal.
In Metro Manila, I noticed
Oh,
that
duman man, nangyari
sa EDSA
man.
may mga kuyan dyan.
Ito nga nang ginibukuta na ni Mayor Erap, di ba? Binabawal niya doon sa Maynila, dahil niya maganabawal.
So, but going back to the questions I've asked, will it justify to put up another bus terminal here in considering
I don't need to justify because what I am exercising here, friend, is my constitutional right. I don't have to justify to them. Negosyo yan eh. Eh gusto ko pasukin yung negosyo, bakit nyo ako babawalan?
Now, people will say that, of course, when you put up certain projects, you must also prove that you have the financial capability.
Of course.
As far as that's
Of
concerned,
course.
no question about that.
At jaman nga ni, ang pwedeng gibuhon dyan kang syudad, sabihin nila, okay, pwede kang maglagay ng terminal provided ganito ang mga facilities niyan. Hindi po pwede yung magtatayo ka dyan na walang shed. Yan ang mga pwede nindang gibuhon. Yan ang purpose ng city to regulate it and to make it kung ano baga ang nasa isip nila. But to prevent it, no. I am sure, if ever tutugutan ninda ko, I promise you, it would be better from the existing now.
Ano bang role ng LFTRB dyan to sa mga bus terminal, mga terminal? Yung land,
Well, at pareho man kasi,
Pareho
regulatory sinda.
okay.
Regulatory.
But they cannot have, sabi prevent anyone from,
No.
from ano,
No.
from
As long as you comply with the requirements.
requirements. So what is needed is for them to have some requirements.
Igwaman talaga dapat.
Na,
Takang ginibungani kang syudad yan, yung terminal na yan, nagsunod man sila.
ang volume kang traffic digdi sa Naga talagang nagugulpi na even the number of buses.
Well, ara mo kaya kaya Fred, kadtong nagpuon yan, mayo pa man tong mga biyaheng Mindanao, Visayas, kunyang kadakol na eh. May Cebu na nga, may different parts of Mindanao and Visayas.
So,
Up to Davao.
okay. Nagulpi na, no? Talagang,
And with the introduction of the Ro-Ro ships, talagang ang buses, ano na,
so, garo, gulpi nakakailing na this is a lucrative business ang kuyan.
well, ang sa kuya nga ni dyan, tabi, Fred, if it is a lucrative business, everybody's welcome to get into it. Negosyo yan eh.
So the
There
more
should
that you
be
obtain
nobody
tariff-
na mag-monopoly kaya.
Okay. We will again pause for a while. When we return, we shall continue with our discussion.